Corruption. A permanent reduction in your total available maximum health where you take damage from certain enemies. But here's the secret. The corruption attack values of enemies, they're completely different. So we'll be diving a little bit more into depth about this topic. At its core, it is the diseased, filthy heretics of Grandfather Nurgle that give you Nurgle's Rot, being the true threat, the corruption on your health bar. Today, we will be focusing on the Hound and the Poxwalkers. Check this clip. Here, you can see Edragas's face being chewed off by a Hound. Notice that as he takes damage, it is all being replaced by corruption. That is, for the Hound, all damage taken is corruption, a 1-to-1 ratio. In contrast, in this next clip, I get jumped by a Hound at 248 health. But you can hear the dog chewing with the damage ticks. However, when you look at my health bar, you can see the corruption increasing, but my health is not decreasing. My initial conclusion then, which may change later on, is that Hounds only do corruption damage that fills in missing health, and only after, once they reach that, do they start doing health damage that is replaced by corruption damage. Moving on to the Poxwalkers. The Poxwalkers seen here in this clip are shown hitting me whilst I am under the effect of a net. You can see that the corruption is being added to my health bar is lower than the damage I am receiving to my health. That is, Poxwalkers have a ratio of low corruption to damage, with enemies having varying ratios of corruption to damage, depending on your health. The implication is that different enemies will represent a larger threat to you as a player depending on your health and corruption values. Now, on to being downed. The principle that is already well known is that when you are downed, you receive 1 full bar of corruption. However, there's a trick with this. When being downed, you receive corruption only to fill up the next health bar full of corruption. The implication is if you are downed whilst corruption is 99% of that current health bar, you're only going to receive another 1% corruption to max it out. And that's all from me. I want to thank you all for turning out so much for my first ever Darktide video and just watching my content. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. It really helps me out and it just inspires me to make more videos about Darktide and exploring a little bit more about the mechanics, just so that this game can really get the attention that it deserves. And I'm the Gamer Mason. I'm signing off, and remember, Decite Actio.